list. Okay, so let me see. So, so this is assignment, right? So you need to make a small book repository, and did you go through it?
I did, yes.
Okay, so you have a book database and you have library users, and you need to make a kind of a menu, and so you have a book, basically we have a book class, and we have a few subclasses that we need to create so that we can satisfy the requirement of object classes, method, and inheritance. So okay, I would say from what we can see here, he need a base class. So, and then he say to us, okay, this is a book class, and then he asked us on B. He said, what about subclasses? Can you identify a relationship between the classes? For this program, we have two different subclasses, novel, and so how you call this? Sci-fi?
Sci-fi, science fiction.
Sci-fi, okay, science fiction, okay. So we have a novel and science fiction, and both have slightly different properties. I would say, so I think it's clear that we have book, and then we have two subclasses here.
Yes, that's clear so far.
Okay, and here we have, so initially,
we have to do the
constructor and the normal strings, and we also have to do contains for checking things, and we have to make I think, let me see, we have to make another three classes. One of them for the search method, so we have to extend list class. So we have to make an internal variable class inside the class book, and we have to create it so in a way that we are able to extend to modify the search.
A class level variable, not a method variable.
Yes, exactly, class level variable. Yes,
for book, not for novel.
So okay, wait. So basically, so far what we have known that there is three classes, right? And then I told you about the fourth class that we have to implement. So this search method and extending list class. So this is the fourth class that we need to create. So then I would say that is.
And then you said this fourth class takes in the list class.
Yes, exactly. So
okay.
So I would say let me see, class book. So that's the base, right? So it extends from object, and then we have I would say class what? So novel, right? And that extend from book like this, and then we have class for science fiction.
Book.
Okay. And that also extend from book. Okay, and then we have, so let me see here, pass,
and then
pass.
Yeah, because I saw that novel and sci-fi just have the constructor and str method, so we can just do pass for now.
Yes. Okay. So and then we have
the quick question: what was the class level variable you said that we need to do again?
That is I think it's called all books. So it means that we have here inside here we have I think if let's call it all books first, and then
Okay.
We say that's a separate class name. So so this all books actually it's supposed to be a list like that, but he asked us to create a class for it because he want to extend the search method. So typically we know that a typical list have a specific way of searching, but we cannot modify how it search inside the list, right? So he needed
Right.
us to modify that. So to modify that, it means that we have to extend the list class. So let me just give me a second here. So here, how I get that? Okay. So again, he's telling us here search method and extending list class. So we have to extend the list class. So he asked us to design a search option for the user, create a list subclass containing a search method. Okay, you have taken something similar. So let me see. The book class will contain a list of this subclass,
Right.
and search method is able to search over all books list. So he asked us to create an all books list, and we are going to search by a key and a search criteria, similar in concept what you have done in the all contacts list. So you have taken a code before where you extend an all contact a contact class, and then from there you create a list inside that contact class with the name all contacts. Okay.
Okay.
So let me try to go a little bit by little bit here.
Okay.
Okay. So again, let me see here. Okay. Yeah. So let me see. What does he name the class again? This subclass. Okay. Yeah. So I would say he name it book list. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Let me see here. So okay. Here. Okay. Book list.
Okay.
And then we have to extend a list, and
Mm-hmm.
then we have to define search.
Correct. And then we have to have some variable that actually has an empty list too, right? Oh wait, right there, all books, never mind.
Yeah, yeah. So here it will be just book book list
Okay.
like that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And here he asks us to, so he will pass in the search method, he will pass a key and search criteria. Okay, like that.
Mhm.
And we write pass. So inside here, we have to define the constructor, and unfortunately, we have to write some details in the constructor, self, and then, yeah, whatever here. Let's just, so the most important part here, if you would like to do something here, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to write self all books, and then you say append self. So you have to say append self here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, so it means that every class that you add from book, it will be added to this list,
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
you are able to search it. I think you have taken something similar,
I
but
have.
yes.
Yes.
So definitely what we are going to do here, that we're not going to create any book class. We are going to create only novels and science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And which basically extend the book class. And it means that the constructor that we're going to create for the class here
Mm-hmm.
is actually going to call internally the class, the constructor for the book, and pass it some variables. And the same goes here.
Okay.
So, and okay. And basically, let me share with you also. So we have another two classes actually that we need to raise. So we have two exception classes. Can you see my screen? No, not yet.
No, and
Okay.
I can.
So you can see my screen here. So
No, yes.
okay. So basically, I'm just giving you now the whole construction. I mean, the structure of what we're going to do now, and then we go little by little,
Okay.
as much as the time allows. So
Okay.
the
Perfect.
exception class here, he wants you to raise two kind of exceptions. Okay. So one exception is for a class called invalid item, and
Okay.
the second exception called invalid option. You
Okay.
didn't send me any syllabus that talk about raising exception for
Oh, I did.
classes.
Okay. I
So
guess I forgot, but I did. We did go over this. I'm sorry I forgot about that, but I did cover that, so I know what this is.
perfect. So yes, but don't forget, even after the class, you also have to send me so that I don't
Okay.
come up with a solution. I mean, when I plan the class, I plan it according to what you're taking, as you know. So
Okay.
no need to
Yeah.
go into details here. So again, we have invalid item class and invalid option class. So this is two simple classes that we're going to raise based on this kind of condition that is going to inform us here. So
Okay.
invalid item will be raised when an item user searched cannot be found in the library.
Okay.
So you're going to search something in the library,
Uh-huh.
and if you cannot find it, then you will raise this invalid
This.
item.
Yes.
And okay, invalid option class, you're going to raise it if there is invalid menu option. So you will give them a menu to the user, and
Yes.
if
Okay.
he give you an input that is not within the approved input, then you
Uh-huh.
will raise invalid menu. So
I
the
see.
valid options for the menu is T, I, and K, and E. So
Correct.
this
Okay.
is a kind of menu items that you're going to use.
I
So
see.
if the
So if
user input something different, you're
uh-huh,
going to praise for him that
that is exception. I see.
invalid option
Okay.
class. Okay.
Okay.
So he said to you a sample code example, a number guessing game. I don't have.
That was that. I don't know if that was in one of the Python files I included, but he showed us as a video, so that was separate. So, but I did watch whatever they showed in this.
Okay, so I get an idea about what he's expecting from you from the exam questions that you passed to me, and
Hmm.
I believe in the previous class we already also talked something similar about it. So
Yes.
anyhow, so it means here in summary, you need to raise a valid item class and invalid option class, and both should extend from the exception class. Okay,
I see.
so okay, let's move. What else? Again, as I told you, it's quite heavy.
It is.
So
Yes.
yes, so again, he is telling you you have a library
Uh-huh.
file, your text file, a library text file that you need to read to to load your database with some information. He doesn't give you too much. It's only just 4 lines,
Yes.
but that you need to read from the text file. And based on your reading from that text file, you need to
Uh-huh.
create your objects.
Okay.
So if you notice, um, so we have three classes, main classes that we inherit
Oh,
from.
yes. They have
Main
the novel and sci-fi within them as well.
Yes, so it means that we have 4 classes to create,
Mm-hmm.
and as long as we loop through the library file, and then okay, we are able to check here if we have a novel, so we create a novel class. If we have a science fiction, so we create a science fiction class. And of course, again, that this one doesn't have much tricks, but that one have a slight trick that we need to care for, because what he is giving us here is actually, so one time you will be given information about the date and the location. So he will tell you that the science fiction, so this is a novel, this is just a book, but the science fiction actually there could be a movie, for the science fiction, this science fiction thing or CD. So there could be a movie, and he will tell you the date of the movie and the location. But
Okay.
sometimes he will not give you that. So instead of giving you these two variables here into information, he will just give you no upcoming movie. So it means that, I mean, so it means that the input that we expect from the line here when we read it is not consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it will be a number of items. So if
Mm-hmm.
you see here, can you count how many items
Mm-hmm.
here? One, two,
6.
three, four, 5, 6, right?
Yes.
Is it 6? Can you
Yes.
count again?
1. I'm just doing it off the commas. 2,
Hmm.
3, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
Okay, so 6 here, but here will be 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and also this is slightly different. So again, the number of items here and here is different. So we have to treat everyone with a different condition.
Okay.
It means that we have to, we have to find a way that based on the length of the input line that we read from the
Mm-hmm.
text file, we have to decide if he's giving us too much information. It means that we have to pass that information to the constructor accordingly. If not, then we have to adjust the constructor to only take 5 items instead of 6.
Okay.
So this is the trick. This is a slight trick that we
Yeah,
need to do.
this is the tricky part.
Okay. So I would say, okay, let me see how can we go through this. So okay. Okay, so again here also this guy is quite nice. He's actually telling you also what you need to do here. So he's telling you all the classes that you need to do, and then he asks you to process the input file and create the book objects. So
Mm-hmm.
here I would say here did we say, okay, let me see, class invalid option and exception, and so that actually I think is quite easy. So yes, something like that. Okay,
Yeah, something like that.
let me just put pass first and then class invalid, let's say item, and then also I would say exception. I would say also pass. Okay, and then I would say here, let me see,
I think the
fine.
main issue of this, the most tricky part to me, is what to do after you open the file.
Yes, not really the main issue. The main issue is still in the classes, is still in implementing the classes.
Uh-huh.
But wait, so that one of the trick parts is here in the search.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there will be the constructor here have to be slightly yeah, there is some tricks here. No tricks, but here got. Okay,
Okay.
and no, I mean that's yeah, that's full of a lot of things here. So tell me, so now if we want to open a file, how to open a file?
Um, with open, with and the
Let me see.
we just need to read it, right? Yeah.
Yes, so for line, so yes, we just open it for line inside file. So we have to strip, and we have to what about what else? So again, the file is separated by commas, right? So how
Right.
how,
So
how to
split with commas.
split? So actually, even if you don't specify anything, then he still accepts.
If you don't put anything in there, it would automatically do it with commas.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I
It will
didn't know that.
automatically find whatever
See.
it. Yes. So
Okay.
okay. So now I have line, and I separated them, and then I would like to see first that. So I would say here I would yeah, let's so I would say data or first item. I would say line 0, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, you will have to make some kind of decision. Um, so you would like to know that if the first item is actually a novel, or it is science fiction.
Okay. So if it, oh, okay, we have to do if statements.
Yeah. So we have to put a novel like that. So basically, let me pause. Let me pause. Okay. No, wait. No, not this. Okay. So now let's continue recording here. So we will check that if it is novel, and then we have to perform certain things. Yeah, the guy is trying to give us some ideas, but what I want to say is that okay, if it is novel, it is easy. We just call novel, and the question now to you: when I call novel, do I need to um, assign it to something? For example, n. Do I need to do that or no? That is a question to you. Think about it first, and then we come here in the else. So
I
we
think
know.
you I think you do need to call it something because it is a different class. So if we're calling for it, we should call it use a variable to create with it, right?
Uh, in the first time I tried, yes, I thought about it like that. But the trick that he is doing here is that when he is creating classes and creating a class variable with a list, um, so okay, wait. Actually, let me finish this part first, and then so okay, I finished this part. No, let me settle this for you first. So I would say go to the book list class. No, the novel class, and yep. So define um, init here, and so whatever variables. Yeah, let's say self. Uh, so here you need to call super,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to call init from the base class, and you need to pass it certain variables. So I would say you're not passing that it is a novel. You're just passing that. If you look here, dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you're passing ISBN, the title, and I believe this is the author name, and this is the stack. So this is a stack number. So let me see here. I think he mentioned something about it here. So additional attributes. Okay, for the novel, let me see here what he. Yes. So genre. He passing genre, and then ISBN, title, author, stack. So genre is a novel and or science fiction. Okay. So now I want you to sync with me. So if he give us a novel, based on that information, we are deciding which class to create, and then ISBN here, okay, and then the title of the book, and then the author name, then the stack, and then I think that's kind of let me see here, this kind of information. Let me see. So that is a sub genre, I think. So historic and mystery, I think if we look at the class here, so the sub class, he say to us additional attributes for novel subgenre can be historic or mystery. Okay, so we know that here. Science fiction, it can be a movie date or location.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the last information, this information will be stored only on this class
Novel.
novel,
Yeah.
and this last two information, which is the date, which is here, date and location,
Mm-hmm.
will be stored in the science fiction class. So let's have a look here. So again, we got ISBN, we got title, and we got what else? We got author,
Mm-hmm.
we
And then
we
stack.
we got stack, and then we got genre. Okay. So again, here I would like to pass all this here. I will pass it here like that to the
Yeah.
super class, which is a book. Okay. And I would say, yeah, it's like this here genre. So I will have genre here is stored in the novel. And I would say I would copy that is not correct. So I would copy that like that here, and I will put it here with a small modification.
Okay.
Um,
So I also I was wondering because I don't want to go too much into the like you made a point like I don't want to do too much of it right now because I do want to do most of it
okay,
myself. I was just wondering I did get the basic premise. If there's this, there is a specific top, like if we could like switch to that a little bit. There's a little specific topic that still is a little tricky to me. If we could talk about that.
okay, sure. Let us
Is
end
that
now and we enter again.
correct? Okay, that's fine.